Hey, so I guess this means live streams live. Well, welcome. Hello. Gonna build a little bit on the game and see if we can't get a build ready to release. Test some stuff. Right now I was working on the haggle system, which sometimes behaves weirdly and comes up with like strange decimal numbers like JavaScript used to. So we're gonna have to round everything everywhere. And still make sure that people don't end up paying nothing for stuff. So let's see if we cannot do that. We need to find, like, this is when people click this haggle button. It's all of this code. So let's try and haggle for something in here. We are at the Braun Hammerhand, the blacksmith in Harvard Crossing. I'm not sure what I need in here, but we can always haggle for something and then try and sell it back to him and get a better price. Make him make him pay more for stuff he just sold us. I want to test some pole arms later as well, because pole arms should have a longer reach as well. So what will be the closest thing to a pole arm in here? Bardish is a pole arm, I think.
I must say, this Bardici is a real treasure.
Bardici.
Braun Hammerhand. Can we bargain over the price?
Penelope, your interest honors me. Let's see if we can agree on a price.
So I've got some options. I can use my charm to try and see if we can get him in a better mood. So let's see. Braun Hammerhand looks notably irritated. Okay, so let's try and charm him to see if we can't make that.
I've always admired your taste, Braun. Your selection is top-notch.
So that was easy.
It's customers like you, Penelope, that make this job so rewarding.
He looks a little bit stern, but he appears ready to negotiate. We can't use the charm again now. And something in here failed. I can see that in the code. Something in here failed after the check. It's trying to replace vendor name. So that was something when it was trying to say the things that went wrong. So now we should just attempt to make him. So if we click this, if we succeed at this, he will give a better price. So he'll give us a better price.
Braun Hammerhand, I'd be willing to buy this Bardici right now if we could lower the price slightly.
Oh!
I can't go any lower than this, Penelope. My final price is 2 gold pieces, 3 silver pieces, and 2 copper pieces.
So why does he go so low when he says he can't go any lower? Because we succeeded, and then he gives us a price that is hugely favorable. I can't go any lower, so we should look at, if we can find that sentence, we can reverse engineer where in the code exactly this is. I can't go any lower than. So this is when it's trying to get vendor reject lines. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that wasn't a reject line. Agreeable charisma check. Which should have sent his mood down, and he should have given us a worse price. So he should have set new price. So these are all attempt better price sell. I'm not selling that right now. Attempt better price buy. There we go. Attempt better price buy. And this should have given us a higher price, but we did succeed, so it did give us a lower price. Because agreeable charisma check. Close others. Yeah. And then agreeable charisma check. And let's make sure that rolls a d20. Whoa, the math. Calculate bribe effect. There's no bribe in this. So this won't happen. So if you try to bribe a person that has personality good and lawful, you can't bribe them. They'll just straight up, nope. You'll just auto fail. But this should only happen. This should only happen if you applied a bribe. So this should only happen if bribe is different from 0. So that was placed wrongfully outside of the loop. Bribe impact is already 0, so we don't need to set that one again. So it'll roll charisma check, it'll know what the needed number is. So regular roll text will just be charisma needed with bribe impact. Resolve result higher than or equal to needed. There we go. So charisma checks did actually have 2 different bugs in it. So they are fixed now. And this set new price, we will want to make sure that set new price cannot return anything. Return math round. If direction higher, if direction lower. Set price item amount. I don't know exactly what it's doing in here. I can't even figure it out right now. While original price is less than or equal to new price and loop count is lower than safe loop, so it won't try this more than 1,000 times, because apparently sometimes it would. And then if a loop count ends up being the same as safe, so if it hits, so that shouldn't be equal. This should be higher than or equal to, and this one down here should have the same, larger than or equal to. Then we'll just set a price that's 3% higher. But how does new price know? Poor. What even does set price do? So set price get item sell price. And then does a random factor of the vendor mood. So the worse Alright, let's add some shit here to explain this. So vendor mood can be anywhere from 1 to 100. Mood factor then will be anywhere from, what's the low? If it's 1, it'll be 1 divided by 100, which is 0.01 plus 0.5 so mood factor to 1.5. The random factor. So the random factor will be minimum, it's 0.5 plus 0 divided by 5. So that's 5. And then the highest possible number will be 0.5 plus 1 divided by 5, which is 0.2, so that's 0.7. And then sell price will most likely be some copper pieces. Copper pieces times the mood factor, which on average will be 1 times the random factor. And then it's adding in something called a need factor, which whatever the hell that is. A random factor. That's 0.6. And what is the need factor? What is this? It's just 1. How was this? What did I think when I was doing this? What was my... So the idea is to have the more a person, the higher a person's mood is, the higher the deviation. And because we're looping it so that we get a lower or higher price, the better the mood of the NPC, the more likely we are to get a favorable price, whether it's when we're trying to sell or when we're trying to buy. But like the deviation is, like when he's really in a good mood, the deviation can be enormous. So let's say the sell price was 100 copper. And then we get the mood factor, which could be, let's say we try to buy something. So this could be times 0.51. And then the random factor could be 0.5. So in this case, we would get a price of like 25 copper. So we have effectively, it's because the random factor doesn't, yeah, the random factor isn't centered around isn't centered around 1. So this should be 0.9. because now the best price we can get out of this, still pretty outrageous, but that is around 45, right? 100 times 0.51 times 0.9. Yeah, that's 46. So that's why it was giving these weird numbers. And we should not floor it, we should round it. And then if we're equally unlucky and the price, and now it's times 1.5 times, come on, times 1.1 equals, so now we could suddenly see ourselves paying 100 times 1.5 times 1.1, 165. I'm pretty sure this is better. Pretty sure it's somewhat fixed now. It certainly won't give us this ridiculous price again. That one. What I got here was absurd. I failed the check, and I still got an absurdly good price. That's not supposed to happen. Let's walk through that one again. So this one was attempt better price buy. Attempt better price buy. So vendor mood, get mood, vendor agreeableness, active vendor, blah blah. Yeah, if I know that he's like, we need to console log a shitload of stuff here to make sure this works. We could start by just doing that. Active vendor, and then some active vendor agreeableness. It'll then get better price, it'll then disable that. Yes, perfect. Attempt a lower price line. Yes, when he's done talking. It'll try to get the vendor agreeableness. Could we please do this at the same time? Or just do it once? because it's already doing it here. Agreeable. Charisma check. And if that succeeds, then the vendor mood goes up by 10. We'll try to set that mood. Haggle model vendor mood, get mood description, vendor mood, vendor name. Vendor mood description. Equals this instead. And then put this. I don't trust these. I don't trust them. Set mood, vendor name, vendor mood. Vendor mood, vendor name. Don't like that. Don't like that. So all the other functions has vendor name at the end. And this one's vendor name, vendor mood. Name, number. Could we please? No, I can't. I can't change it because it will be fucked up everywhere else. Then that's not. Ugh, it'll be broken everywhere else. Sorry for language. It'll be broken everywhere else. So. We are really going to have to think about this. So we just got a better price for him, so he will get in a better mood, but he, at the same time, his relationship to us will worsen because he has just given us a better price, and he doesn't really like it, but he did it anyway. So look at that. Vendor name first, and then, okay, that's like set mood and set agreeableness is the same. So we're going to set its agreeableness. We're then going to update the agreeableness description. And that's where that one was weird. Because it doesn't need to do that, it can just do like that. So actually this is okay. Like so. That's okay. Sell price in copper is then set new price. Item. And then get a lower price. It'll take the current offer price. Current offer price is hidden, so that's now 232. I think this is, as far as I can see, this is okay now. Tutorial name title. Try to increase the mood by saying something nice. It could be rejected though, so be careful. And maybe this should say something about that you only get one shot. And honestly, we should, sometime later in the code, we should limit this to one shot at this per, so you can't, for the same type of good, you can't do it like just close this and do it again. What does it even say? So I'll buy this for this price since it's just such a magnificently good price. One bodice. Bodice. Something else I can use here that we can haggle for. Long one-handed spear. I could use one of those as well. What's the tutorial text for haggle item? There's none. Tutorial option, tutorial name. So these are the ones, and then the title is the one it's gonna say that it's gonna say. Tutorial option, tutorial name. Vendor haggle. And then take your chance at negotiating a better price. Charisma based. This is charisma based, so not all characters have equal chances. And once you start haggling, you have to live with the outcome. So this needs to be everywhere that there's a haggle button. We need this tutorial text. Really good. Really good, really good, really good. So there's so many things in this build now that's been updated. A lot of it has been tested as well. I haven't been a lot involved in the testing this time around. Luckily now I'm having people help me to test this, so... I'm very happy about that. Is it done compiling? I think it is. So
Thank
we
you for
should
your business.
make that a new version. And then let it compile that. So now we need to have like timing for open and close doors. It's one of the things that are really missing right now. So that when when the NPCs aren't present, because they won't be at night, then the doors need to be closed. And I'm working on the very last of the sort of rules and mechanics on adding water, so you can add waters and streams and yeah, make it look nice, so you can have small bridges and stuff like that. I'm adding the last of the mechanics around it, so now I need to start getting to work on creating the graphics for that. So next build will have the option to add water to adventure maps, so that you can make streams and stuff like that. All of the insulation on the clothes and everything is there as well. So actually we need to just add temperature. We need to add weather as well. I want to check that my characters are not dying of thirst, because during this testing I've had to camp a lot of time, and camping for hours is kind of draining my characters on thirst, and it's not looking too good. And I can't keep running around just for testing and having to buy 100 liters of water and carry that around. I'm just not going to do it. So that was 2 of them. That's half the party we've gotten up to original in just a few seconds. Here we go. Original there. That's hunger, and that's thirst. And for Catalina High Steel and Finnegan Swiftblade, we need to set it as well. I know this is a bit tedious, but while it's updating this, we're not in a hurry right now. And Finnegan is standing right here, and we give him all of his hydration left, and then it's time for Holdfast Featherfoot. And we're going to change it so that when you're in the city, you do yourself decide which character is active and which character you want to move. So there'll be no rounds when you're moving around in town, but it will count your movement down, and every time you reach 0 in movement, it'll add on a minute. I believe that was the entire crew. So if we make camp now and we rest 1 minute.
Safe within the familiar circle of your companions, the weight of your eyelids begins to outweigh the uncertainties that lie beyond.
There we go.
Round 6.
That's the entire,
Penelope Whitewood's turn.
all
The shadows
characters.
whisper of their fate, and I am their harbinger.
All characters saved now. And reload.
Round 1. Christopher Frost's turn. My magic will tip the scales in our favor.
I did not get my sleep spell back the last time we camped. So I should really go somewhere and haggle for something. I think Penelope Whitewood still needs a bow.
You can
May
only
the
know
light of the
characters
divine
one
guide us
cell
to
at a time.
victory.
Look for the highlighted map cells around the character. Elizabeth Stormcaller's turn.
The dance of the seasons is my blade and shield.
Penelope Whitewood's turn.
I am the unseen, the untold end of our foes.
No.
Holdfast Featherfoot's turn.
Our foes won't know what hit them.
That wasn't the most... That was a suboptimal route.
The Frosty Mug.
Ah.
You find yourselves.
Champion of the
Finnegan
light, I
Swiftblade's
stand
turn.
ready.
Yeah, well.
That's it. Can't do anything more.
Round 2. Elizabeth Stormcaller's turn.
The spirits of the wild are with us.
Of course.
Penelope Whitewood's turn.
I am the last thing they will never see.
Eldrick stand before a modest stone building. Its weathered exterior hinting at years of dedicated crime.
Sure. Oh, he's about to close.
Ah, greetings, traveler. I'm Eldrick Fletcherson, the bowyer and Fletcher of this village. My eyes aren't what they used.
I'm in need of a
fine
good bow.
choice.
What
I've got
do you
a
have
few bows
available?
ready for sale. They're all crafted with.
I'll take a look at your stock. Let's
Penelope
get this over
Whitewood's
with.
turn.
She's already got 2 longbows. So why don't we try to sell one of those? It can't read blah 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 from blah blah blah. Active vendor mode. Because it goes straight to trying to set a price. Okay, that's weird. Sell item. I can't remember the name of this. And I need to cheat this in order to do this properly. Yeah, I got it now. Don't worry, I got it. I got it now. Sell icon. Sell icon on, click. Local character get active character. We might need to change that, so don't make that a constant, you blabbering fool. And how do we get the active vendor from this? Vendor interface. So the parent vendor interface. So the okay. Just that'll be this dot closest vendor interface. So if I click cell icon, the closest vendor interface will be here. I will then have a vendor attribute. Boom. So this will be the active vendor name. This name will be unique. So I can now look for why can't I find anyone named Eldridge Fletcherson right now? Name Eldridge Fletcherson. It's literally right here. Name equals, and it's literally right there. So I can look for I can look in the hashtag map for someone with the name blah blah blah. So map dot cell dot character dot npc with the name. And this has to match the NPC. What's going on here? That has to match the active vendor name. So the active vendor will be that guy. And that is a global variable, so when I set that, it'll know everywhere that the active vendor is actually that. So every time I click the sell button now, it'll set the active vendor. Because when it tries to do a set price, apparently it needs an active vendor. Because it's trying to get the mood of that active vendor. So the global needs to be set right there. Okay. Let's do it again.
Thank you for your business.
Sell one of those expensive longbows.
Don't forget, you can split your move to take actions like attacking or casting spells in between.
Actually, no you can't. Not yet, at least.
Round 1. Penelope Whitewood's turn.
We can
Perfect.
do this.
Eldrick Fletcherson's house. You stand before a modest stone building. Its weathered exterior
A cut
holds
for
masters
fortune,
of dedicated
ideal and
craftsmanship.
deadly coin.
This is the home of Eldrick
Christopher
Fletcherson,
Frost's
the
turn.
village's esteemed bowyer
Let
and
the stars
Elizabeth
guide and the moon
Stormcaller's turn. A
protect.
sign above
I
the
chill
Catalina
the
Horn by
divinity's
turn
plan.
bears the image
Blah,
of
blah, 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 blah.
a bladed arrow.
There is something I
The
should
scent
do.
of
My
brown
presence is
Penelope
an
White
omen
mingles
for
with
them.
crisp
A
air.
final
Yeah,
one.
I'm sorry.
You can faintly hear the sounds of tools at work and the occasional crackle of a
I
hotspot.
think I click continue.
Eldrick, though advanced in years and
Too
struggling with his eyesight, is renowned
early
for his skill in crafting
on the
bows
continue.
and arrows.
So that's the
Despite
thing.
his age, his reputation for producing reliable and expertly made archery equipment
Ah,
remains
greetings,
unchallenged.
traveler. I'm Beldrick
Many
Fletcherson.
adventurers
I'm in need
a
of a
fine
good bow.
choice.
What
I've
do
got a
you have
few
of
bo-
it? Actually, I
greetings,
wanted to
traveler.
ask about something
I'm
else.
Beldrick Fletcherson.
I'm in need of a good bow. What do you have available?
Ah, a fine choice. I've got a few bows ready for sale. They're all crafted with care, though my best work is stored in the basement. Let me know what you're looking for.
I'll take a look at your stock. The dance of
Penelope
death
Whitewood's
is silent,
turn.
and I lead the waltz.
Do you want to sell me a longbow for 8 platinum pieces, 5 gold pieces, 2 silver pieces, and 1 copper piece?
No.
Do you want to haggle for a higher price?
Yes, I do. And I want to try my luck.
There's no one else I'd rather do business with, Eldrick. Your reputation precedes you.
Thanks for the kind words, Penelope. It's customers like you that make this worth it.
Thanks for the kind words, Penelope. It's customers, and then I get another arrow here when it says return description, vendor name, even though that worked just fine. I have no idea why this is failing. Get mode description. Cannot read property of undefined replace. So this description, because mood description index is out of bounds or what? I don't know what's happening. But let's get him.
Eldrick Fletcherson, it's not just about the money. I'd love for this longbow to find a place with someone who values it.
You're a tough one, Penelope. Okay, 8 platinum pieces, 7 gold pieces, 7 silver pieces, and
I
6,
found one that doesn't have.
630 trillion 1019 copper pieces.
I found one that doesn't have the attempt better price sell. So there's something in here that somehow makes it possible to get decimal point prices. Sell price, set new price. So I did succeed and I did get a better price, but not by much. And set new price shouldn't be able to return anything that isn't. Let's Let's just have it rounded a second time. Just like, don't mess with me. Can this return anything that doesn't have a math round ahead of it? Nope. So how on God's green earth does it happen anyway? It actually did get a wrong price out of set price. It did. There's no other explanations in this other than that it got a broken price. It set new price, returned a broken price. We can always try again.
People talk highly of your shop, Eldrick Fletcherson. This longbow could be another feather in your cap.
All right, Penelope, you've twisted my arm. 9 platinum pieces, 3 silver pieces, and 928,900,795 copper pieces it is.
Is that period or comma? That is a comma. So somehow prices can get into the system that which means that set price is returning a string. How is set price able to return a string? Because current offer is turned into a number. My brain hurts from this. So current price is the hidden field. What does current price contain right now? No, current price. Okay, so current price contains this right now, which is a real, so that's a double. That's not a string. What's the type of this? This is a number. Yeah. So all of that's true. All that happened is that I was right. Somehow, some way, I don't know how, set new price managed to come up with a decimal number. Even though that's not possible. It says return here. Math round. Math round. There's no numbers coming out of this function. Nothing comes out of this that hasn't been rounded. Oh, it does. Oh, shit. That's not supposed to go there. That means this line, it'll never, ever. Oh. So every time loop count gets too high, it'll... that's why. So every time the loop count gets too high, it was able to return numbers that weren't good. Okay, I'm an idiot. And there's something else that's wrong here, because while new price is lower than original price, while this is, you need to roll for a new price, and because here we want the new price to be higher. Here we want the new price to be lower. So while new price is higher than or equal to original price, we need to re-roll it. And while blah blah blah, yes. Many mistakes here. Many mistakes. Don't do math conditions like this when you're too tired. Don't do it. This, I think, fixed a lot of stuff. Now we need to push the version. And I actually do feel confident enough now that I dare publish this. I am quite convinced that this was the last of the weird broken pieces. I'm pretty convinced. And that's it. It's done updating everything. So now we can try and reload again.
choice you make has consequences. Think before you act.
Yeah, true. In real life as well.
Round 1. Christopher Frost's turn. Let the winds of magic answer my call.
Let's just walk on.
Elizabeth Stormcaller's turn.
The natural world is on our side.
You can only move characters one cell at a
Hmm.
time.
Where faith leads,
Look for the
victory
highlighted map
follows.
cells around the character.
I bet it was she's supposed to go.
Penelope Whitewood's turn.
I strike
Yes.
from where their fears reside, the unknown.
The unknown. So,
Eldrick Fletcherson's house. You stand before a modest stone building.
Champion of the
Finnegan
lot, I stand
Swiftblade's
ready.
turn.
the thing is, I want Penelope to have arrows and a bow, because I'm going to start to
Hold fast, Featherfoot's
program the
Let's go.
assassinate function. And a big part of assassination versus backstab is that assassinate, you are able to use
turn. Round 2.
ranged weapons
Hold
with
fast,
this.
Featherfoot's turn.
What should I do?
The tapestry of reality is mine to weave. Elizabeth Stormcaller's turn. Kaitalina
The
Highsteel's
dance
turn.
of the
Penelope
seasons is my
Whitewood's
blade
turn.
and shield.
Compassion, I conquer.
Bitch. Bitch.
Ah, greetings, traveler. I'm Eldrick Fletcherson, the bowyer and fletcher of this village.
These
My
shouldn't
eyes
be
aren't what they
available
used
right
to
now.
be, but I can still craft a fine bow. What brings you to my humble abode?
They should be visible now.
I'm in need of a good bow. What do you have available?
Ah, a fine choice. I've got a few bows ready for sale. They're all crafted with care, though my best work is stored in the basement. Let me know what you're looking for.
I'll take a look
I'll
at your
take a look at your stock. I will do what you
Penelope
ask.
Whitewood's turn.
Let's try and sell the longbow again.
Do you want to sell me a longbow for 8 platinum pieces, 9 gold pieces, and 7 copper pieces?
No.
Do you want to haggle for a higher price?
Yes. Use my charm.
I've always admired your taste, Eldrick. Your selection is top-notch.
Ooh.
That means a lot coming from you, Penelope. Thank you.
And then
Eldrick Fletcherson, I can see you appreciate fine craftsmanship. This longbow is exquisitely made.
All right, Penelope, you've twisted my arm. 10 platinum pieces, 2 silver pieces, and 7 copper pieces it is.
can we do that again?
Eldrick Fletcherson, I can see you appreciate fine craftsmanship. This longbow is exquisitely made.
Okay, Penelope, you've earned this one. The new price is 10 platinum pieces, 3 gold pieces, 3 silver pieces, and 9 copper pieces.
So that's 103 gold pieces. I actually think I've got him convinced on giving me a better price now than what he actually takes for one of his longbows.
I've always admired your business acumen, Eldrick Fletcherson. A deal for this longbow could only enhance it.
You're relentless, Penelope. Okay, 10 platinum pieces, 7 gold pieces, 3 silver pieces, and 7 copper pieces.
So 107 gold pieces right now. What? Yeah, he's Wow, wow, I got it up from 75 to 107. I'm pretty good with this. Wow. Shut up. So I could buy a composite longbow right now and still have 7 gold pieces. I might just do that. I've got some bodkin head arrows and some sheath arrows. And I've got a longbow as well. This was just to test the haggle thing, and obviously it works so much better now. Even though the discounts possible here are just idiotic. Well, we'll work on that. We'll work on the rules for that. It works now. That's the important thing.
Thank you for your business.
So if I get out of here and we camp, I am now able to make camp and then look at customize here. I'm already trained in the longbow, right? Rapier, dagger, dirk, nope. And I don't have any more weapon proficiencies. Dang it. I am not evil very much more. I need to do something evil. Does AI chat work when in camp? It's doing some split thing is wrong here. What? On key up. As class started. Local active character. Oh, so oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. This is to use the numpad to move characters around. And this is in map.js, so this is right here. If body has class started. And we can go not. So we disable all of the key presses when we're in camp. That'll work. How are you? Question mark.
What can I assist you with on the map editor page of Creatures and Chronicles?
Yeah, so this is completely broken. It only works. It only works in the character presentation right now, in the character selection. So we need to get this back to working in here. Okay. I bet you I can make that work.
Round 3. Elizabeth Stormcaller's turn.
I call upon the forces of nature.
It works wonders right now. I need to remove a shitload of console logs right now. Stuff that I may need to add again afterwards. Because I really don't want this to write all of these. This is something that I'll need. And then all of this SSML stuff, I was debugging that. I'll need those again on a later date. I'll need these as well, so let's not remove them, just comment out all of this. This is also goodbye. This active vendor stuff, all of this we have figured out now. This vendor name stuff, all of this also is good right now. I may need these on a later, at some later point in time. We don't need to see that. This random time stuff, I'll need to take a look at. This should be show F. And all of this is just redundant now. Besides, that's only for map makers. All of these sound emitter checks, all of that, yes. Balance here, we've got that. We've got that covered. That's it. Let's bump it up a version and then let's release this. It's good enough to play right now. It's good enough to have fun playing. There might be bugs around, there might be small things, there might be various things happening still, but it's better. This version is better than whatever is live right now. And whatever is live right now is ancient compared to this. This honestly is much better. It has so much more functionality. So much more gameplay. So we need to make sure that everyone gets the latest version. So let's push this up one version. Let it compile and then this will go live. So, you know what? Whoever was watching, thanks for watching, and I hope at some point in time you'll tune back in. Give us a like, follow, subscribe, whatever. Visit the website creatureschronicles.com or creatures-chronicles.com for more of these gaming shenanigans. Until I stream again, have fun. See you around.